Hello, beloved, and welcome to your message from the big God. Okay, God Thyself. I thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining me. Let's tap in and find out why you are here. Why is this title resonating for you? All right. Why were you spiritually led here, and why were you introduced to this message by your own YouTube algorithm? What is here for you, beloved? Why you tapped in? Why did you click on? Right. Before we begin, I'd like to offer you my services. I offer dream interpretations, spiritual path readings, love readings, messages from God. My one-on-one sessions are via Skype, Zoom call, FaceTime, as well as WhatsApp video call. Let us tap in and begin. Let's talk to God. This is a message from the big God, God Thyself. So God is wanting me to first, let's tap us in real quick. God is wanting me to speak first before I continue tapping us in. There is someone here. The reason, you tap in is because there's someone in your reality who is an angry phone girl, angry phone woman, obviously, right? The girl is an analogy, a comparison of their character. They act like a little bitch ass girl, right? This is the type of motherfucker that sits behind the screen and they talk a lot of shit, but in person, this motherfucker would never even approach you. They would never even come your way. All they know is to be behind the phone, the screen. They're Twitter fiends. Someone is not the app itself, but they talk a lot. To tweet is to talk a lot. The app itself, the Twitter app, if you think about it, it is a representation of just Gemini, a lot of words, all right? So if you think about it, Gemini is the sign of Mercury. It's ruled by the sign of Mercury, which rules over our thoughts. All right. So it's being brought to my attention that someone has been using Mercury in a very Libran way. So God is saying this is just energy. It's not about the person's sign. It's about the energy they currently emulating and channeling and what is currently surrounding them, right? The planetary bodies are aligned and this person is channeling things in this manner. So it's like the Geminian energies, like, the talk, Jekyll and Hyde, it's like it rules over our actual words, Our structure of sentences is Aquarius, right? But the way in which you say it is Libra. How it sounds type shit. We have the High Priestess. So someone has been okay, this is what the narrative is here. Someone has been utilizing, it's like, I feel like I need to speak in little kids version. Like, I feel like I literally can't even use my verbiage the way I want to, because I feel like this is the energy of someone who really thinks they're intellectual here. But they're not. I feel like it's more than just a thought. I feel like this person lives a lie with this High Priestess. They live a mystery of a life where whatever this person puts out on the internet is the opposite of what they actually live. Their reality is the opposite of what they portray on the phone. The angry phone girl. This is not no masculine, all right? This is a feminine energy. We say girl because they act like little ass bitches, these feminines, man. That be omegas, little weirdo ass women here, calling themselves empresses because they have ass and titties. Ain't no ass and titties at 40, bitch. How's your credit looking, motherfucker? Right? So it's like someone is only worried about appearances. Libra rules appearances, right? Even in the like I said, they in charge of how you say shit. So if you want to make it sound real good or whatever, right? You can do that with this shit, with the Libra energy. This person is on that tip. They're on that other shit. They only utilize appearances. They like to manipulate appearances and they like to deceive people in how things look. And nothing else matters outside of that to this person because they feel like that's how you sell it. Look, we have the Hierophant. We have the High Priestess here and the Hierophant. This person is someone that is delusional in who they are. They really think they're gifted here. This is someone that thinks they're gifted. Let's start there. Yeah, I'm calling you out, hoes. They think they gifted, Ashe. They go around, right, preaching and speaking and going on in a rant for hours, literally, hoping that someone out there is going to validate whatever the fuck comes out of their mouth. But at the end of the day, this person goes back behind the scenes and they bash you. God is saying the reason this has something to do with you is because I feel like someone is you are the reference point. So whatever it is that is being put out, you are the reference point. I feel like someone literally has this deep festering wound within themselves that I feel like you make someone's blood boil, like for real, because as much as they do this, they go behind the scenes, they literally plagiarize you, or they take what you say and they use it in their way, you know, however way this person manipulation tactics, however way they go, but you are the reference point. Whatever they're manipulating, it comes from you. You are the source. An example, right? I feel like this is someone that goes below the belt with shit. Like, they'll play in your face deliberately, smile, play a role, but you'll never know that inside they shiesty. They're waiting on your downfall. They're waiting on you to fall and crumble. They're waiting on you to digress. They just waiting like, yo, can this bitch just can his shit can her shit just digress already? Can it go downhill? They're talking too much for my life and they think they know fucking too much. They're in my territory, they're doing my this. I feel like this is someone who feels like they're better than you in a field of work. This is career-based for real. And it has to do with mobile device behind the screen. God is saying specifically a phone, because this person is a broke-ass motherfucker that only can afford certain things, but they like people to believe otherwise. But it's so clear that, bitch, you've been doing something for 13 years and you still on the same shithole. There ain't movement in your shit, but you want to shit on other people for being liked. That's just an example, right? I see y'all. I see y'all. I see y'all. Alright? It's like someone being in a specific field for a certain amount of time, and they take the amount of time that they've been doing something as experience of that same thing. Which to a certain degree it is true. Time is a contributing factor of experience, but experience, you know, experience is the justice energy. Right? Experience is the justice energy here. So it's basically like, if you play by the rules with something, play by the book, and you do things right and fairly and genuinely, there's going to be prosperity in your life. That's the justice energy. You'll always have favor even when the odds are against you, seem to be against you. There will be a shift. That's Libra, that's favor. But it only is applicable to people who are genuine, good, right, fair. Big on genuine, right, good, right, fair. Not people that do things for credibility, validation, a pat on the back, or to be seen or acknowledged. Like, for how long are you going to feed your ego with this shit, bitch? Type energy. How long are you going to keep pretending? There ain't no justice energy here. There ain't no Libra energy here. There is the Queen of Swords though, but that's relative to the air element itself. And it's reversed. I feel like okay, we have Pisces energy, we have Taurus energy present on the table for this message. All right, beloved. We have Aries energy, we have Pisces again, we have Scorpio, Cancer, Taurus, Virgo, as well as Capricorn, Sagittarius, and Leo. All right, as well as Gemini, Libra, once again, and Aquarius. This is the Ace of Truth. You see, I feel like I'm stretching the truth. I wanna stretch the truth. This be this type of motherfucker. It's like the Justice reversed. An energy of someone that believes in something that is not true, but they're so determined in that belief system that they don't see anything outside of it. Like, someone is caught up in their own delusions here. And I feel like someone is deliberately doing things behind the scenes, stepping on your toes the wrong way. This could be literally wicked conversations they have when they're high on some shit, or when they're under the influence. This could be substance, people, ideologies, self-fulfilling prophecies that keep them afloat, keep their ego going. Like, bitch, how about you genuinely address what's really wrong with you, what's really bothering you, and stop finding a reason to just come for everyone that seems to be doing something that you are not used to. How about you accept everyone's uniqueness, bitch? Right? This is what you gotta tell this motherfucker here. Because they ain't gonna hear you no other way. This person here is obsessed with your individuality, your individualism. Who you are, beloved. This person is fixated on your identity. This is someone that every day, they watch you. They take what you say and they implicate it in their reality, and then they stamp their name on it like it's theirs, but they know that you are the reference point. And they just hope that they intimidate you enough not to address it, or some shit like that. But I feel like this person doesn't know who your ancestors are. They don't respect the fact that you walk with God genuinely, or they don't respect your spiritual path or journey of life at all. They don't see it focal, like for real, for nothing. That's what that means in my lingo or whatever. So I feel like this is someone here that is caught up in a self-fulfilling prophecy that they're devoted to because of how much they've been caught up in, like how many years or how much time they've been in this energy has made someone really believe that they are something that they're not. And the crazy thing is, I feel like it's delusional because everyone else sees an opposite effect. But if you tell this person shit about them, you're gonna drive them insane because they don't want to hear no criticism. This is someone that doesn't want to be addressed. Clearly, ho, you got insecurities, bitch. You don't want to be told, but you keep reacting your mouth on other people's shit. You don't want to stand tall in your courage, and everything and everyone is someone picking a fight against you. That's wrong. That's an energy that no one should be in. And I feel like this person basks in this energy. They love that shit. They love to put people in their place. But anyone that addresses this person or has concerns or comes for this person or approaches this person in a certain way, they will rip this person to shreds for no reason, not even knowing why they're actually doing it. It's like a defense mechanism here. Someone's ability to stretch the truth in their mind, their mental capacity is telling them some things to the point where they actually soaking in that identification of self. It's like this person believes this shit because they've lived it for so long. So they believe in intimidation, they believe in being loud mouths, and they believe that profanity, too much profanity, limitless profanity, it's like this is someone that every sentence that comes out of their mouth is bitch. Right? Every word that comes out of their mouth is fuck you, nigga. You a loser. You this. You ain't shit. You weak. You this. And I feel like if this person was justifiable in calling people out or maybe defending a certain, being a voice of the voiceless, nah, this person is only concerned with ego. They don't do things or stand in their power for good reasons. They're only concerned about ego. They don't care about nothing else. They want to be heard the way they want to be heard. And no one gonna tell them shit about that. And no one can even, I feel like no one can get in the way of that. They feel. But I feel like there's nothing like that, sweetheart. At some point, you just gotta realize that you're going in circles. Because I feel like this is someone here who has been trying to intimidate you. Do things behind the scenes, having conversations with people, inquiring about your energy, right? But they don't know that God has protection over your life. The 7 of Wands and the Judgment, that's God's heavy cloak of protection upon your life, beloved. Whether you know this or not, God doesn't need awareness for it to be validated or true. Whether you're aware that you're being protected doesn't matter, beloved, but clearly you are. Because here is this nymph of a person here, thinking that they're on some shit just because of something that they idolize within their minds, that only their reality exists within that vibration. No one else thinks that shit whole. It's you. You're alone in that paradigm. And the more you keep lying to yourself, is the more blind you become of that shit, of the truth of who you actually are. Because you don't want to see, because you're caught up in your ego. This is the type of woman here that is caught up within their ego. They really caught up in their ego so much that even when they're wrong, they don't want to be told that. Like, shut up. Type shit. They don't want to be corrected. You gotta bow down. You gotta obey. Like, bitch, who the fuck is you? You gotta get your credit right, ho. You gotta wash that ass. Not for any other reason but yourself, not to shake it in anyone's face, bitch. Because these are the type of women that think ass and tits, right? Get a man hugged, or get them money, or get them success. But if you look at that blasphemy and that profanity of the vessel that they are, and then I feel like this is someone that sits and wants to be on a high horse and high throne and preaches some fucked up nonsensical bullshit that makes no sense, because it's round and round in circles you go, ho. And everything comes full circle. The more you keep sending out these energies to people, the more they come back to you. And you're going to be lost within yourself thinking that you're winning, ho. Once you humble yourself, that's when God can even hear you out, because your prayers are in and out of God's ears. And that's a warning to you. And whether you choose to also be in and out of the ears of the bitch, you won't be deaf to the deaf. You won't be deaf to the those 10 views in 5 years. It'll decrease because God will do that shit and humble you. That's what God does. If you see your things, it's like God is testing you and you keep failing. This woman here, they keep failing, beloved, because I feel like God also watches how this woman thinks they're winning too. Or they think they're tapped in, or they know some shit. All right. When I did that, I felt so disrespectful towards you, because that was unprofessional. But I feel like when I did it, God wanted me to do it. I've been wanting to put this shit on. I've been wanting to put this shit on since a couple of minutes before I even did this shit. But I've been holding back, and God said I shouldn't be disobedient because I don't know why I'm being called to do that. So I just picked it up and did that, and what I felt is really egotistical. Like, I felt like, yeah, y'all gonna wait. Yeah, y'all gonna wait. I feel like you're dealing with an egocentric, censored person here. That's how they think. This person feels like the world owes them something because of whatever they think they give to the world to produce. But all this person does is go around in circles here. Nothing is working out for this person. Nothing ever works out for this person. These projections they send your way will never be a success. You'll keep projecting, ho. You'll keep wishing that upon me. Right? They'll keep being this energy towards you, beloved, but they won't go far with it. Like, at some point you need to realize that you are the problem. You're jealous, you're envious. You need to break that karmic cycle within yourself and stop being like your mother. That's what we all have to do, right, my beloveds, in the prophetic vessel collective that resonate with the big G-O-D, those that walk with God, the big G-O-D. You know, sometimes you gotta go through things and you gotta do things and obey, even when it's difficult, even when you don't understand, even when you're stepping into the unknown or you have no control over what's happening. Your trust and relationship with God got you to this position, beloved. This person's doing their competitive nature towards you should only show you how powerful you are. You got bitches shaking. My energy trip you out from that far, bitch. You all the way over in that phone and I got you tweaking, ho. Shit, I'm a powerful ass motherfucker. That's the type of vibration you are, my prophetic vessels. They can't touch us and they mad about that. They mad. Shit. These dumb, illiterate ass sniff hoes. Sometimes God has his ways. And if you don't believe and you keep throwing that bad shit projection upon that shit, that's you. That don't mean there's no one out there believing in that shit and truly living in it because you don't believe in it, bitch. Your pattern way of thinking will get you fucked up and screwed up. This karmic ass person here. This is a karmic ass person who's stuck in a karmic cycle of life. They're karmic because they're stuck in a karmic cycle of life. So that just says alone that they're in for long lessons. Because they have a long throne that they've put themselves on, a high horse that they need to digress from slowly and humbly. And shut the fuck up while they're at it. Because clearly, ho, you don't know what you're talking about. So you know what? I digress once more. God wants me to close this off by offering you my services. Alright, this was me from the Prophetic Vessel Show. Don't let these weak ass miserable people make you miserable. Let them be miserable by their own damn self. Shit, take this and gobble it the fuck up, bitch. I don't give a fuck. Oh, fuck? Shit. I'm too rich for that shit, bitch. You heard? I ain't broke. I know what I'm doing. I love you, those that resonate with God and walk with God. And I love you, those that don't too, because I'm not a hater, I see no evil. But I will address the devil, I'll address the hoe. I offer dream interpretations, love readings, spiritual path readings, as well as messages from God. My one-on-one sessions will be closing in 2 weeks if you're keen. I offer those via Skype, Zoom call, FaceTime, as well as WhatsApp video call. I'm sending you nothing but love. Stay striving for greatness. Money will come, success will come, abundance will come only to those that truly walk with God. Not no clout hungry hoe, thirst trapping ass motherfucker. I'm out. On some abracadabra shit, I send that shit back, ho. Whoever was watching on some. In Jesus' name, I quench you with the blood. Bah, bitch.